Record heatwaves and wildfires. A new report finds Europe warmed beyond the global trend. Now, top scientists have warned that Europe is the fastest warming continent on Earth, with temperatures here rising twice as fast as the global average. The findings paint another alarming picture of the impact of climate change. Wildfires are becoming more intense, snow and ice are melting faster, and seas are hotting up. Well, our science correspondent, Martin Stew, is here. Martin, these are fearful records and they keep being broken.
Yeah, and sound quite familiar, don't they, as well? Europe warming twice as fast as the rest of the world. In fact, the UK, Norway and Iceland experienced their hottest days on record last year. Why? Well, it's a lot to do with our proximity to the Arctic, which is warming even faster. In fact, a heatwave in July saw temperatures above 30 degrees Celsius inside the Arctic Circle. Another problem is that natural light-coloured things, which used to reflect away the heat, are disappearing, so more heat is being absorbed.
Just as we're losing sea ice and glacier ice and cloud cover, Europe is becoming sunnier. This means we're getting more of the sun's energy hitting the surface of Europe than being reflected off snow or ice or clouds.
Impact of this heat? Well, wildfires like these in Portugal are a stark and scary example. A record 1 million hectares of Europe burnt last year. The UK has also had its worst year for fires. Here you can see that. In fact, already this spring there's an extreme fire warning in Western Scotland. That's almost unheard of in April. And glaciers are another victim. Over the last 50 years globally, we've lost 9,500 billion tonnes of ice. And this is the real-world reality of that. The village of Blatten in Switzerland was destroyed by a landslide in May, triggered by the collapse of a glacier. It's not just a problem on land, which you can see slightly confusingly here in white. Look at the ocean. 86% of Europe saw a marine heatwave, putting strain on wildlife. And all that in a La Nina year, when ocean currents usually cool global temperatures. We're now heading into El Nino, when those global temperatures usually go up. It's the opposite, really. Now, the biggest factor in the warming is greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. They are still rising as we continue to burn fossil fuels. But let's end on a positive. Europe produced a record amount of renewable energy last year, solar and wind eclipsing fossil fuels in terms of power production. So changes are happening. The issue is, scientists say those changes aren't happening quite fast enough.